changed up my lighting a little bit. I think it looks a little bit better, but let me know in the comments what you think of that. Hey buddies, and welcome back to my channel. It's Bad Lori, and today I have for you more news and details about the upcoming Eco Lifestyle Pack. Also, if you're not subscribed yet, now's a great time to hit that subscribe button. You know, I can see my analytics, and I know a lot of you guys that are watching are not yet subscribed. It helps me a lot when you hit that button, so please. You may have noticed that today was Thursday, and that means that it was time for the official live stream revealing all sorts of gameplay, hidden details, a UI, just all kinds of stuff. The live stream was literally full of details today, and I'm super excited that I got to watch that. Honestly, I'm more excited than ever now for the gameplay. I can't honestly think of anything that I am like super like, oh man, that's terrible. No. Everything I saw today, I'm excited for, and I can say that I feel good about everything. The worlds are beautiful. There's new features that you're going to be able to see on the maps. There is, wait for it, firefighters. Yes, firefighters are making a return. There's ladders. There's notes about the base game update that's going to come out, you know, like right before the expansion pack releases. So we got to learn some of that stuff today too. A lot of news, a lot of stuff, very much to go over. During the live stream today, I took a ton of screenshots of everything that I thought seemed important or anything that I thought was exciting. Most of the screenshots that I gathered from today's live stream were going to be pertaining more to like the new UI and how to interface yourself or your Sims with the new fabricate machines and stuff like that. Because there's a lot of new gameplay that actually came with this pack. I'm impressed. You know, everybody has different things that they're into. This is what I'm into. Sustainable living, greener lifestyles. They made a pack for me. I'm going to be excited about it, and I think you should be too. And if you didn't watch the live stream, hopefully by the end of watching this video, you're going to be a little bit more excited too, because this is going to be just as impactful overall as Seasons. The way that it actually has a lot of cross-pack gameplay, cross-pack support, that's it. It has cross-pack support throughout so many packs. Get Famous is supported, Island Living, Seasons, Strangerville. Seriously, Strangerville is going to have to be cross-pack supported in this now. Everything interacts with everything else, and I am so proud of EA for giving us that. So thanks to Sim Guru George for hosting the stream today, and to all the Sim Gurus for being on the line and chatting to explain details. I'm grateful for you guys for taking the time to break this down for us, even from your homes. It did a lot to kind of boost morale, I think, across the Sims community about this pack. I know a lot of people were on the fence about it for a while, and I think a lot of people are a little bit more excited now. Now that we got a better feel of what the pack was trying to get across, I think more people are going to be excited about it. I think more people are on board now. Let's take a look at what I had to grab for us today. So here is where we started the screenshots from the live stream. And I would like to point out now where we're getting started that my screenshots certainly got a little bit shuffled while I was importing them into this video for us. You see there was almost 400 of them, and I'm not sure what happened during the file merging, but they got just hideously shuffled, and I don't think it just got impossible to get them back together. So I'm going to do my best to stay on task with this for you. We started off looking at the map of Evergreen Harbor. You saw that it's a huge neighborhood. There's 15 different lots in it, but then we jumped right into Cass and got into some of the new hairstyles and new clothing features that we got with that, just to knock those out of the way. You see there is a lot of high poly pixel count images for the hair. We also have a lot of new outerwear looking outfits for the men, which is great because if you have Seasons, you know that there is not a lot of outerwear to work with, and that can be tiresome. So I'm happy to see more of these sweater and cozier looks. A large part of there being so many cold weather inspired looks has a lot to do with this pack, the environment being inspired by northern regions as well, which you may notice when we actually get in there, when we get to take a look at the style of the house and sets within the neighborhoods themselves. Another theme that's really prevalent throughout the cast is going to be upcycled clothing. Upcycling is a prevalent theme throughout the Eco Lifestyle pack, so it only made sense to carry that throughout the cast as well. When it comes to the upcycled clothing that you're going to see in this expansion pack, basically that means that you're going to see a lot of patchwork items and a lot of things that have been customized by the Sims themselves. So things that look like they could have been made from your curtains in a Julie Andrews type of manner. Eco Lifestyle expansion pack was generous enough to come with several new traits and aspirations for your Sims to choose from. Your Sim can be a freegan, your Sim can be a maker, and true to Sims 4 tradition, most of these aspirations and new personality traits are just going to help you walk through and learn the new features of the game. However, some of them are going to have more long-term effects as well that'll help you make the most out of have recycling and scavenging and all of those other new features that you get to discover in this gameplay. Something else that I was excited to see in cast, besides all the cool new adult clothes, was that children and toddlers actually were included in this pack as well. So now toddlers and children can also have eco-friendly style clothing and hairstyles to choose from. Truly impressed by the selection we were given in cast from this round. Chef's kiss. Thank you, EA. Thank you for listening and delivering. I also think these new Hygge clothing styles are really going to complement what we're going to get in the upcoming Nifty Knitting pack as well. Some other hero honorable mentions from cast are going to be the addition of new piercings, such as nose rings and septum rings. Also, we now have gauges for Sims, which is really exciting. You can see that a lot of time and thought was really put into giving us so many new items for cast from this pack, whether it be the hair, new pants, this skirt jean combo that everybody on Twitter is obsessed with, so many new sweaters, even new glasses. We got stuff for kids and toddlers. I don't think we could have asked for too much more from the Create a Sim aspect of the eco lifestyle. Which of these new sustainable clothing styles are you most excited to see on your Sims? Comment below and let me know what you like the best. So far, I'm most excited for the new piercings and all the new sweaters, but I can't wait to get in there and really dig around and see what else is hiding in this new pack. I was pleased to see that we got a lot of variety in the hairstyles, varying from short to long. I'm excited to see the new styles of the braids too. I thought those were really cute. They might be some of my favorite new things so far as the hair goes anyway. I've noticed that for a long time, long hair has been something that's been missing from the game dramatically. So I'm excited to see more creative ways of it being incorporated in, so we don't have to deal with the clipping that happens around the shoulders from long hair looks. I've noticed there's a lot of denim incorporated into this game too, which I'm excited about because denim is known for its longevity and sustainability as a garment, also sustainability as a crop, because denim and other cotton fabrics are grown from cotton, which is extremely able to be made organically, which is something which is known to be fruitful to the eco lifestyle. I also feel like all of the clothing has more of a handmade feel to it, and I feel like that's important too because you can tell that's a value that they wanted to carry through every single aspect of this pack. Handmade is something that's important to me too, so I was excited to see it carried through into my virtual world as well. Now that we wrapped up things with cast, we get a first look at the neighborhood of Port Promise. When you start your game in Port Promise, it's a highly industrialized town, so it's going to be kind of smoggy, kind of dirty, and if you want to change it, you can. Port Promise is a harbor town that its main export is going to be shipping, and because of that, there is a lot of pollution runoff. In this neighborhood located so close to the water, a popular upcoming housing style is going to be living in shipping containers. We also got our first looks at some of the townies in Port Promise. You may notice they all have the bags on their head. That is because they are embarrassed to be living in such an unkempt neighborhood. From now on, every action you make has a reaction on your ecosphere. Are you ready to finally have some consequences to your actions? I know I am. Now, every choice you make has an impact on the way things work out. From the paint that you choose to decorate your house with, to the floors, to the roofs, all of it. The way you decorate, and the things you choose to do on your lot as well. You may notice the rocket ship on this lot. That was done to demonstrate the extreme amount of pollution that comes from a rocket launch. This particular lot started off with dirt rooftops and cement all around the yard. We switched it for grass rooftops and grass all around the yard to show the amount of environmental improvement there could be in some easy switches. Every item you choose now will have an environmental footprint impact. Whether it be positive or negative is up to you. Based off of the materials you choose is how it'll decide which way your neighborhood will go, whether it be more industrial or more green friendly. It was at this point we got the big reveal of ladders. Not that we didn't already know about ladders from the trailer, but it was nice to see them a little bit more close and personal in action. They also made the reveal that ladders will be coming to base game too at the same time. You will, however, be getting an additional ladder design given to you in the Eco Lifestyle pack as well. We are also going to get some map updates to accompany changes made for Eco Lifestyle. For the Eco Lifestyle pack, every neighborhood will have its own ecosphere, which you can see the current level of from the main map view. Whether it be yellow, green, or white will tell you whether your neighborhood is in good stance, bad stance, or neutral stance. Changes to the base game be that all the neighborhoods will be selectable and highlightable and have names, like they are in the newer expansion. Now it's time to meet Knox. He's one of our hero NPCs that comes in the new pack. Right now, he's naked because he wants to talk to you about the advantages of going packaging free. Just kidding. He's here to spread the good word about free love. Knox will be spearheading most of the green initiatives in your communities. Surprise! There's some real apartments in in this pack too. The apartments are actually pretty cool because the appearance of their outsides will upgrade as your community does. You'll see there are some things that make them different from the city living apartments too, like the fact that they don't have a landlord. An important key feature in this pack is the neighborhood action plans. Neighborhood action plans is how your sim can communicate with their community to decide how much of an environmental impact they want to have and which direction they want to go. If you look closely, you can see that you're not just limited to environmental activities. You could also choose to improve the technology, focus on the arts more, and many other options as well. I can't wait to see how OP my neighborhood gets when I cross that with clubs from Get Together. Here we take a look at the UI for the Fabricate machine and the candle maker. This yard in particular had a lot of exciting things going on in it. Creating objects using the recycler and the fabricator has a very positive effect on the rest of your neighborhood. Just about any object can be recycled from your inventory to create pieces for you to put into the fabricator, which is basically a 3D printer for making furniture, rugs, and all kinds of things. Here you can see a rug and a side table made from the fabricator. No crafter's yard would be complete without a dumpster though. Think of this dumpster like your Barney bag. You never know what's going to be inside. From food to ingredients, supplies, you might even find a sim to love inside. If your sim's a freegan, you'll definitely want to keep one of these dumpsters handy. Freegan sims have the ability to live completely for free. No, seriously, you can furnish your entire house with things you find from a dumpster. Typically, things found in the dumpster are going to be slightly less quality than things bought from build and buy mode. They may either be broken, damaged, or singed, or even cat scratched if you have cats and dogs installed. But they are 100% upgradable. Another major base game upgrade to note is that inventories will now be sortable, so you no longer have to search through thousands of My Sims just to find the one herb you're looking for. You can search by type, freshness, or I think there's other options too. I'll have to look closer when I actually get my hands on the pack myself. Now for candle making. This one's really cool. You can also buy wax from the table. You can harvest soy wax or get beeswax from the bee box if you have seasons. You can also use different flowers to give your candles different scents. Different scents will have different effects on your sim's mood, like the incense does. Different ingredients will also result in different color and patterned candles too. Yes, your candles do melt too. Interestingly, the candles work on a different type of engine than regular lighting, so you can turn those on and off separately. Also, the sim gurus are handy enough to show us how to cheat your candles during the live stream too, so if you want them to stay half melted forever, you can do that. Candles come in 4 main shapes: dipped, molded, or sculpted. The molded ones come in round or square pillars. Children can also make dipped candles. However, proceed with caution because you can get burned. The options of candles that you can make will improve as your fabricating skill improves. Your candles will also look better as your skill improves too. These candles can either then be used or sold. There's another really big change coming that's going to affect base game as well as eco lifestyle is too. Bills. The bills are being separated for everyone now, so now you'll have your energy bill and your water bill. Bills will adjust weekly based off of how much energy or water you use. If you have sustainable items such as generators, dew collectors, solar panels, and wind turbines on your lot, that'll also impact and offset your bills as well. If at the end of the week you end up generating more energy and water than you used, you actually get money back from the power company. So remember that. Here is another way that you can make money in your game without having to actually work. These power generating devices will also enable your Sims to use regular electronic devices on off-the-grid lots too. The community space voting board is where a lot of things happen. Here your Sim can decide what they want this space to be and what initiatives they want your neighborhood to practice. This is how your Sims can decide whether they want to have a maker space, a community garden, or any number of options in this particular lot. However, your Sim's level of influence is going to have a lot to determine whether your Sim sees what they want happen here or not. Sims with a higher level of influence will have an easier time convincing their neighbors to go along with their plans. Sims with a lower level of influence will have a higher risk of failure. The more complete plans you have, the more influence you will gain. Also, if you have packs like Get Famous installed, getting famous will help improve your level of influence too. With all this talk of cross-pack play, I need to know, will the political career from City Living impact this at all? I really like these pre-built community spaces too. You can actually select which lot you want from the lot types menu. From there, the building shell stays the same, but the way they outfit the building to fit different types of venue styles changes. And I thought that was really unique. Fun fact though, if you choose to make it a maker's lot, the maker's lot comes complete with all the maker's objects already on it, so you don't need to make space on your home lot for it. It's also important to note that you can make a community space in any world, not just Evergreen Harbor. And yes, there is another bike, but personally I like the one in University better anyway. Now we're over here in Grimm's Quarry checking out our green footprint neighborhood and looking at all of the lush beauty that this is. Things are more eco-progressive over here. As you can see from this family that we're checking out, they are actually living a free lifestyle completely off the grid. All of the furniture they have has been rummaged from the dumpster or built themselves. All of their food comes from their garden or from their bugs. Their power is all solar and wind, and they even collect their own water through the dew collector. And this big fancy machine is the Distillery, used for making fizzy juice, seltzer, and kombucha. You can grow your own ingredients and mix your own flavors to decide what you want to have, and then you can sell them for profit. The more ingredients you have, the more product you will end up with though, so more ingredients equals a six-pack. Speaking of growing your own ingredients, there's been some gardening improvements that are worth looking at. We now have a hydroponic garden seen in the lower left corner. That actually is available from the civil design career. You can unlock that. And what's cool about it is it makes it so you never have to water your plants. We also now have the vertical garden, which is cool because that saves space. But not only is it space safe, if you're a civil designer, you can unlock a special feature on that too, where you can grow something called Can't Believe It's Not Meat. 100% made from not cow plant, which is probably why you can name it and not cow plants. Justice for cow plants. The next new harvestable I wanted to talk about today is bugs. Yes, bugs, that's right, I said bugs. Your Sims can now cultivate grubs, crickets, and beetles. In addition to these being a great source of protein and dye, you can also use the crickets to create biofuel for the generators. Just so you know, these aren't the only bugs I wanted to talk about today though. Remember cockroaches and flies from Sims 2? Well, they're back! Yes, cockroaches can be spawned with flies by the dumpster depending on the state of cleanliness that your dumpster is in. And that bed can be found in the dumpster, and that cabinet can also be found in the dumpster. Basically everything you see on this lot can be found in the dumpster, along with cockroaches and flies. Your dumpster, if you do not rummage through it regularly enough, or if you fill it up too much before the garbage men, yes, garbage men are here, but before the garbage men get to come, your dumpster can develop flies or cockroaches, which can then have adverse or positive effects for your Sims. There wasn't too much information given about the cockroaches, but we did get to see a demonstration with the flies. Your Sim can choose to befriend the flies, and that can either go well and they can have a nice little positive moodlet, or it can go poorly and your Sim can get devoured by flies, which I'm looking forward to trying out soon as possible. Some other things worth mentioning, that now there is actually a meal that you can eat that involves frogs, so they have a purpose finally, and supposedly it gives you some really strong buffs afterwards. Also, you can now gather water in any area where you can swim in the water, so that just means Brightchester and in Sulani. Water can also be collected anywhere you can fish. You can also gather snow and add that to your refrigerators off the grid, and aka add ice to them. The next big feature that I wanted to look at here are the apartments. These two-story apartments are our first apartments that do not have an elevator. They are simply walk-up. Like our old apartments, you cannot control the outside, just the inside. The only means of changing the way the outside looks is by improving the appearance of your neighborhood. This is the refreshed Port Promise. Think back to the beginning of the video when we first started out, around the house with the rocket ship. This is that same neighborhood, although a week later in time after we've made some positive eco choices. See how much more full of life and how green it is, and how just a few little changes can change everything around you. This is the same house we started out with in the beginning, but now we've added a lot of double pane windows and plants all around to help add to the eco footprint's green side and fight the industrial pollution that was here when we started. Now we're going to take a look at all the different things that you can make from using the fabricator and recycling old objects. All the dyes can be created from using different flowers, fruits, and vegetables too. And a cute little aurora now that the city is clean. And in case you did not know, all of these things that we talked about today and more will be able to be turned on and off through your game options menu. Another couple of cool features that I almost forgot to mention is that now your roof can either be a grass glass roof or a solar shingle roof, which can help reduce your power bills. In addition to everything in build and buy mode having a positive or negative effect on your eco footprint, they will also have a positive or negative flammable rating to them. As you may have seen, there's firemen now. I know, I've been waiting for this and they're here, so now you get to decide how flammable your home is too, and how badly you want those firemen to come. I honestly think that's everything that I wanted to cover about the eco lifestyle. Let me know if there's any questions about anything or if you noticed anything that I forgot. I feel like I covered a lot. This is a really long video. It was even longer and it took me a long time to edit it down. Also, it's a really big expansion with a crap ton of new features, so I may have missed stuff. So guys, there we had it. That is my deep dive, my extended look at the live stream. What do you think about eco living now? Excuse me, eco lifestyle. I don't think I'm ever gonna get used to saying that. It should just be eco living. We have city living, tiny living, island living, all the livings, and now it's eco lifestyle. But what do y'all think of eco lifestyle? What are you most excited about? I think I might be most excited about the new planting capabilities in the gardens, particularly the I can't believe it's not meat. I thought that looked kind of neat. And I'm interested how you could name the meat that's not meat, but you still can't name cow plants. I'm watching you, EA. Hello, build and buy mode. Did you see all of those doors and windows? Did you see that we don't have to have them stuck in the exact place grid anymore? Super excited for that as well. I mean, the builder in me was going nuts today watching the live stream. Also, the gameplay lover was going nuts today too, because they really did add a lot of different things, especially like candle making, going nuts for that too. They answered my questions finally that yes, your candles will be able to affect different moods for your Sims, so good to hear that too. That was literally one of my first questions in the last videos that I made about this. We saw firefighters. I know that was like long awaited and highly requested, but that was it. That was the video today. I'm really excited for everything eco lifestyle. I can't wait till June 5th. I don't know what to do with myself until then. I'm going crazy, but I know what you can do until then. So that was everything that we had today from the live stream. 2 hours of live stream footage condensed into a series of screenshots. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did enjoy this video, remember to hit that subscribe button. Please leave some thumbs up, let me know, and some comments, and let me know what you thought of it. Also, I want to hear all of your thoughts about eco lifestyle. That way you can tell me what you're excited about, and share this video too if you enjoyed it. It really does a lot to help me out. Thanks so much for coming and watching this one, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great night. I love you all. Bye.